Welcome to Talk with Nia. So, we had to talk about Kimora Lee Simmons and her daughters exposing Russell Simmons for being a deadbeat dad. All right, this is all coming off the heels of Father's Day. So Kimora had a lot to get off her chest. And honey, when I saw this, I said, ooh, Kimora, give us the tea, okay? Let us know what's going on. So Kimora Lee Simmons went live after her daughter wished her a happy Father's Day. And apparently Russell Simmons made a post, all right? Didn't seem too happy about that post that was made on social media. And Kimora let us all in on the tea about how he cut his daughters off financially without notice. He's also broke, allegedly, and how she's been carrying him for years, bad investments and things of that nature. This is what she had to say.
I never get into this. I usually let people go and rant and rave. It's funny, though, how this particular person in question, because I could go in on a few of them, one by one. But it's funny how this particular person, if you, again, go look back, you'll see on their page that they post all these pictures like we're together, like we're friends. They've even posted pictures and then said, like, I just got off the phone with my kids. They sent me this great picture. None of that's true. I like receipts. So, of course, I have text messages. I have messages from all my kids. You know, you can go and see. I think the bottom line, like probably the breaking point for all of this was over the past many months when their dad just sort of cut them off. He was contributing a little bit of cash to their like monthly, college spending, not much, a couple $100 probably, maybe $500, maybe. So one day he just kind of cut the kids off. There was no more money coming in, no more like allowance, quote unquote allowance. I think he probably did that just to double up the expenses on me, which is no problem. I stepped up, I did it. But when he did this, it was around just before finals and graduation. It was some months ago, just before finals and graduation. And he did it without telling the kids or talking to the kids or anything. He did it, it's funny, after he did an interview with, I heard some clips from an interview with this young man. I don't know, but I see him a lot. I think his name is Academic or DJ Academic. Oh, happy Juneteenth, you guys. We're doing all this on Juneteenth. Come on, let it go. Let it out. So I saw in that clip, that was some months ago too. You can go and reference it and find it, where he told this guy, he was on and on about this guy. And I think it was about old school hip hop heads and how, and so one day he just kind of cut the kids off. You should honor them, which I believe you should. But he was saying to the guy, like, I'm so rich, I got this and I got that and I'm this and that. None of that could be further from the truth. He has turned around, and then again, I have records and evidence of this where he's told the kids in writing, we have it, text messages, I'm broke, I this, I that, I can't, go get it from your mom. Now, meanwhile, I have been financially carrying this person probably for the last at least 10 years. Myself and my ex-husband. Again, this is all proven with receipts. So if whatever, somebody doesn't like what I'm saying, we could talk about it. We can come, we can open up our receipts. I love it. I love receipts. But I've taken care of this person to the tune of many, many, many millions of dollars to help with their bills, their overhead, their companies that they run into the ground, their unsuccessful bids, all of their stuff. I don't necessarily speak for my kids, but I think I could take probably a good shot at it. They're sleeping right now because it's honor them, which I believe not even 8:30 in the morning. But my two oldest girls, they're young women. They're young women of the world. I think that was very tough for them, that their dad like kind of cut them off and cut off conversation and cut off helping them. And he's even said things to them like, why did you go to college? You shouldn't have gone to college. You wasted that money. You could have saved it. While I'm up here trying to hustle the kids over the finish line. Not even 8:30 in the morning. I didn't just start to see my kids. We didn't just go through a divorce. We went through this divorce, I don't know, 20 years ago. 20 some odd years ago. So this is not a situation, again, you can get receipts, you can go see where they say like, oh, kids been brainwashed, but we've been fine up until these past several years. So, what happened? All of a sudden now the kids are brainwashed. All of a sudden now these young women who are grown women are babies. You know, they have their own relationship with you. You have your own not existent relationship with them. I'm just asking that you please leave us alone. You know, I've tried to go to lawyers and get help. I've tried to show all the crazy texts I've had to block. Like, you do crazy shit, like send flowers to yourself and take a picture and post it on the gram and tell everybody I sent you flowers. Again, I have receipts of all of them.
Now, after all of that, Aoki then goes on live herself and gives more insight into the relationship that she has with her dad. Listen to this.
He sent her in the middle of the night to, like, take her some papers to, like, sign away her inheritance or whatever. And then she was like, should I be signing this? And I was like, what? He, like, sends people to threaten her. And you know Ming is a calm person. No, please stop with the bullshit about I hope you find peace and privacy and this is venting. I have been dealing with this my whole life. This is not new. It's not new drama. I already live in the drama, so now I'm just sharing. This is not... There's no therapy you can go to with someone who weaponizes the fact that you don't want to go public, right? Because when he posts something and then I don't respond, because I'm like, you know, I don't want to have drama. And so he's been weaponizing that we don't want to... have drama. I'm not... I care about my family. I don't like to have this out there. But he uses that against you. Well, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to say something. So now I'm saying something. And if you're going to say one more thing about, like, you should be in private in therapy, get off, please. Because I'm telling you, he uses that against me and I'm not going to have it. And my sister and my mother, and I'm not going to have it. And he's going to spin the whole narrative about, oh, your mom turned you against me. I am very independent-minded. You can ask my mom. She has an issue with me every day since I was 4. I want to cut my hair. I want to move out. I want to do this. And she's like, we negotiate all the time. I'm not the type to, like, whatever you say, mommy. I'm, like, kind of an independent individual in that way. She would know. She raised me with a lot of work. So he's going to say, she's not with me. I'm in New York. Like I said, staying with a friend because he will not even give me $100 for rent, which is fine. I'm saving. But, like, all that money you're crying, he doesn't give me $1. Not that you need it, you know. People work. People are 18, 20. They don't have parental support. My mom supports me. I did also want to come on here and say that I can't, between a lot of people who are close to him and who have experienced how he is, just lashed out at anyone he can and completely changed the person that he is. A lot of us feel like maybe something's wrong, like mentally. I don't know. He's older. I don't know, but he has completely changed. I will come on here and talk about whatever I want because it's my life and I'm the one suffering. So he has completely changed. The couple texts I just had, those are only the beginning. I'm gonna go through them if he's gonna... I don't want to post a ton, but if he tries to say that, like, it's not happening, I have screen recordings, I have voice memos of things that it doesn't sound like a human being. He's, like, shrieking and yelling, and, he sounds, like, possessed. So, I will say, I'm not even sure if it's, like, to his credit, but the best explanation I have is something mental going on, because I used to be very close to my dad. He used to be a good co-parent, close with my mom, my stepdad. He was his godfather to my little brothers. We all went on vacation together every year, like, very close, well after the divorce. Everyone was really happy. When he had business ventures, my mom would invest in them, like, good friends. He'd come stay with us, like, we'd come stay there, all the time, everyone together. And then really he suddenly just decided that, like, if we don't agree, it's, oh, you're all like your mother, I hate you, always the same. Oh my, he's just a different person. Like, he has, like, looked me in the eye and I've been like, I need help. I was in Greece doing the camp and I was like, you cut off my debit card. I only got like couple $100 a month as a minor. And I was like, I'm in a foreign country and my debit card won't work. I can't even add money to it. Can you help me? And he was just like, no, I sure hope that you don't die on the streets of Thessaloniki. And I was like, no, like, I'm really stranded out here. I need help. And he's like, well, maybe you should ask your mother not to sue me. And I'm like, you're suing her. And he's like, well, maybe when you decide you're gonna, like, be reasonable, I'll help you. And I'm like, this is unsafe. It's nighttime. What? You cut me off out of nowhere. And he did it, like, on purpose. He was like, oh, enjoy camp. I put, like, you're good to go. I put money in your car. And then he cut it off when I landed. So I'd be stranded. My mom helped me. It was fun. Worse things have happened. I'm just saying, he'll, like, look me in the eye and be like, well, maybe when you just decide to, like, threatening me. So I felt that was important to include, because if we do continue to get into it, and some of the things that I post are going to look crazy, and I agree, they're crazy, and it would honestly make me feel better if something was severely wrong, because this is just not the father that I know, or the father that I've had. You know, like, to this day, I would never let a man talk any kind of way to me, because my dad was always good to me, and then he just completely changed. So I just want to include that it could be that, and I don't know his mental situation, but, like, he used to do kind of crazy stuff, and then say he had COVID, so we'd all call him, or if we'd say, hey, I need some space, because all you do is tell me how awful I am, and how I have my mom's awful cunt genetics. So, hey, look, I'm in school, and can you not harass me when I'm in school? He wasn't paying for school, by the way. Can you not harass me? And then I would say, I'm going to take...
Now, she also posted some messages that, you know, she's had with her and her dad, and a video of her father looking like he's yelling out of his mind when they were speaking to each other, I believe, on FaceTime. So they are upset. They are tired of being harassed and bothered. It seems like, you know, the relationship that they have with Russell is now very strained. And before, it didn't used to be this way. And for Kimora Lee to go on live and say this stuff publicly, because we really don't hear a peep out of her. Okay, we really don't hear a peep out of her. For her to go on live and say this, I said, oh, she's tired. Kimora is tired of the BS. That's why she's going on live. She has had it. She has hit her wit's end. And I was shocked at all of this, honestly. So they've really been keeping this behind closed doors for quite some time. And I don't know, like, I think it's very, very interesting how things have taken a turn. And, you know, shout out to Kimora for holding it down for her babies, because it seems like she got a lot to say about all her baby daddies, because she said she could go one by one. Okay? If y'all ain't take nothing from this, make sure y'all have kids with a man that you love, honey, and that he loves you. You know, get married. I know sometimes marriages can go left as well. But get married to that man and then have his kid, and hope for the best, and hope that man loves you in high regard, that he won't leave you out here to do it on your own. Okay? So that is all I got to say about this. I hope they fix it. I hope that Kimora and her daughters can live in peace. I hope that Russell gets some help if he truly has some mental issues, or if he is just being a complete ass. I hope he goes out and gets some help. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, because this is crazy. All right, bye.